The year is 520 BC. Jerusalem, once a proud capital, lies in partial ruin. The Grand Temple, a symbol of God's presence, is no more. Its destruction at the hands of the Babylonians remains a painful memory. Decades have passed since the Jewish people were allowed to return to their homeland. They face the daunting task of rebuilding their lives and their city. Hope flickers amidst the rubble. The spirit of the Jewish people, though tested, remains unbroken. They long to restore what was lost, to rebuild their temple, and to once again experience the presence of their God in their midst. Into this time of uncertainty stepped two prophets, Haggai and Zechariah. Their words resonated with divine urgency. They called upon the people to remember their God, to turn away from their complacency, and to rebuild the temple. Their message was clear. God's glory could not dwell in a house left in ruins. The people listened. Inspired by the prophet's words, their hearts stirred with a renewed sense of purpose. They understood that rebuilding the temple was not just about restoring a building, it was about restoring their relationship with God. At the forefront of this sacred task were two leaders, Zerubbabel, the governor of Judah, and Jeshua, the high priest. Guided by faith, they rallied the people. Men and women, young and old, joined hands and hearts. Stones were quarried, timber hewn, and every swing of the hammer was a prayer offered to God. The foundation of the temple, once a symbol of despair, now represented hope and a future filled with God's presence. News of the rebuilding effort spread. It reached the ears of Tattenai, the governor of the Persian province that included Judah. Alerted by officials who viewed the project with suspicion, Tattenai traveled to Jerusalem to investigate. He was met with a sight that both impressed and concerned him. The Jewish people, united in their purpose, were diligently rebuilding their sacred temple. Tattenai, a man accustomed to authority, questioned Zerubbabel and Jeshua. By whose decree, he inquired, are you rebuilding this temple and restoring this structure? His tone was firm, a mixture of curiosity and challenge. He needed to know who authorized this ambitious project. Was it sanctioned by the Persian king, Darius? Or was it an act of defiance against Persian rule? The fate of the temple, and perhaps the future of the Jewish people in Jerusalem, hung in the balance. Seeking clarity, Tattenai decided to consult the highest authority. He composed a letter to King Darius, detailing the situation in Jerusalem. He described the ongoing construction, the claims of the Jewish leaders, and his own observations. He carefully avoided taking sides, presenting the facts as he knew them, and leaving the final judgment to the king. With the letter dispatched to the distant capital, Tattenai waited for a response that would determine the fate of the temple. Despite the uncertainty that Tattenai's inquiry brought, Zerubbabel and Jeshua remained steadfast. They instructed the people to continue the work, assuring them that God was on their side. Their faith was not shaken. They knew that the God who had inspired them to rebuild would also grant them the strength and resources to overcome any obstacle. The sounds of hammers striking stone and the murmur of prayers continued to fill the air. Darius, upon receiving Tattenai's letter, ordered a search for the decree authorizing the temple's reconstruction. To everyone's astonishment, the decree was found in the royal archives. King Cyrus, Darius's predecessor, had indeed granted permission for the temple to be rebuilt. Darius, honoring the decree of his predecessor, not only allowed the work to continue but also provided resources and protection for its completion. The story of the rebuilding of the temple in Ezra 5 is a powerful testament to the power of faith, perseverance, and divine intervention. Despite facing seemingly insurmountable odds, the Jewish people, led by Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Haggai, and Zechariah, remained committed to their sacred mission. Their story reminds us that even in the face of adversity, God is with us, empowering us to overcome challenges and achieve extraordinary things. Their unwavering spirit serves as an inspiration for all who strive to rebuild their lives, their communities, and their faith.